Welcome to today's deep dive, where we're going to break down the harsh truth about modern fatigue. More importantly, we're handing you a natural, step-by-step roadmap to actually reclaim your masculine vitality. So let's kick things off with a quick reality check. What do you think the average male's testosterone level is today? Are we talking 300, 400, or maybe 500? Well, modern science tries to convince us that these much lower levels are perfectly normal. But the reality? Our ancestors had significantly higher numbers. Over time, we've just kind of learned to live with the decline, basically accepting constant exhaustion as a totally normal part of life. And the consequences of that decline? They are absolutely drastic. A staggering 90% of today's generation has lost their traditional masculine energy, their natural aggression, and their self-confidence. We're seeing this massive shift where guys are becoming overly sensitive to just minor everyday things. And honestly, it's all pointing back to one core biological culprit: low testosterone. Okay, so here is our game plan. First, we'll cover the modern crisis, followed by the role of testosterone. Next, the signs of low T levels. And finally, the actionable steps, boosting through nutrition, training, sleep, and natural herbs. Stick around because this is your exact natural roadmap to fix this. Jumping right into Section 1, the modern crisis, and Section 2, the role of testosterone. Look, before we can actually fix the problem, we need to understand exactly what it is we're losing. And shockingly, this decline is often kicking in as early as 20 years old, which is literally the exact time when this hormone should be at its absolute peak. People usually assume it's just about building muscle in the gym, right? But this T hormone, which is produced in the testicles, is the literal foundation of masculinity. We're talking about the hormone that dictates your physical strength, your bone density, your libido, the depth of your voice, and even your mental resilience. When your T levels drop, your motivation, your discipline, and honestly your overall identity just start to chip away. It leaves you feeling completely physically and mentally broken. Moving right along to Section 3, signs of low T levels. Now, blood tests can fluctuate wildly throughout the day, so they really only give you an estimate. Because of that, instead of just relying on a single piece of paper, we need to watch out for 3 major physical warning signs of dangerously low testosterone. Sign number 1 is probably the easiest to spot: a lack of morning wood. If you're missing this morning sign, or even if the erection is just really weak, it is a glaring red flag. Morning is when your testosterone should naturally be at its absolute highest. So if it's not happening, it points straight to weak blood circulation, poor nerve sensitivity, and high stress levels that are literally blocking the hormone's release. Then we have sign number 2, commonly known as the estrogen trap. This one is wild. When bad fat builds up in your body, it actually produces an enzyme called aromatase. This enzyme then goes in and hijacks whatever